Yo yo, what's up, guys? So here in this recording today, it is Sunday at currently 8:06 p.m. August 10th, 2025. So today we're going to be going over the watch list for tomorrow's session, Monday, August 11th, 2025. So this is pretty important. I'm gonna go over what I am watching, why I'm watching it, and what the game plan is on on those watches. So I'm just gonna hop right into it here. First off, we have the NQ chart. This is 99% of what I trade. It's the Nasdaq 100 futures, which is the top 100 U.S. technology stocks. Um, and I just move it because the contract movements are the best on here, so that's why I primarily trade NQ. And it gives nice moves, gives nice volatile moves. Um, so yeah, first thing I want to go over is just the overall structure of this chart. So here we go. We start off on the monthly time frame. So let's go over the structure. So over here, the chart. I mean, the chart is very clearly bullish. We have this here. I mean, we've just as soon as we broke this 22 like 500 area, we've just been parabolic, and now we're headed back up towards those previous all-time highs, which is pretty crazy, man. I mean, thing thing is resilient as all hell. Weekly, we had a massive bearish pin bar, bearish engulf 3 weeks of price action, just for us to bullish engulf this price action here in this candle last week. It's pretty gnarly action, but um, and then daily, same thing. That actually even looked like we got a. Oh, my contract not adjusted there. Looks like, I mean, we pretty much got a break and retest of these previous all-time highs, and now we're going to be headed for new all-time highs. But then here, hourly, this is where you can really just begin to see the structure here. You have here, then you got low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and now we are in that higher high mode right now. And so now let me get my drawings back in here. And then you see, these are all my supply demand levels here. Now it dropped down to the hourly time frame. Same thing as the 4 hour, but you can see it a little bit more exaggerated. Low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Now the question is, do we just go and break all-time highs here? Do we pull back to maybe this 23,650, maybe this 23,580, make another higher low before continuing the move up? But anyway, to get into the watch, um, the first thing that I'm going to be watching, which is most likely might happen in tomorrow's session, is this 23,845, 23,850 level. I'm looking for an initial reject off this level. So I'll be looking for a price, to move up, move up, move up, reject off this level, maybe come back down to 2350, and then continue to break all-time highs. So I'll be watching an initial reject of 23,845, 23,850, that area. But then if we can, reject, test here from another higher low, and then come back up, break above it, retest it, and then go, that is the ultimate watch. That is the ultimate long watch. That is the ultimate long trigger for that price discovery move into brand new all-time highs. So that's pretty much just what I'm watching on NQ chart, is an initial retest of this previous all-time highs, and then followed by a a breakout over and a new price discovery move. Let's see. I'm just keeping an eye on this NQ chart here because I'm actually in short on NQ, down a little bit. shorting, trying to see if NQ wants to form a nice little higher or another little lower high somewhere in this area for a move lower, targeting this hopefully this like 23 675 area. That's what I'm looking for. I'll update that. Next is ES, which is the S&P 500 future. So this is the SPY or SPX future. And what I'm watching here, I am watching a 64.25 breakout. You got these previous. This is the hourly chart, so each candle represents 1 hour of price action. You have this double top here, but I mean, we're so bullish, man. I mean, you got the like I said, same thing with the NQ chart. You got the low, you got the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and now the only divergence here is that NQ ES was lacking. NQ, if you go to NQ's hourly chart, NQ made a higher high here. And if you see on ES, it actually didn't. It made pretty much like an equal high double top, which is something to pay attention to. Because if we get weak, I mean, and ES, if we get weak, fade below the 63.75 again, man. I mean, it could be dangerous for ES. ES is a weak link compared to the NQ chart. Because NQ, I mean, it has more. Like it broke out of supply already, so now if it comes down to retest, it's okay. But like ES, if it fails, then it forms a equal high instead of a higher high. So that's something to keep on the watch there. But yeah, like I said, anyway, even with that, the double top breakout is my top watch for ES. 60 to 64.25, 64.27 level breakout, and get above there, clear that, and then we really have nothing into these previous all-time highs at 64.70 here. And there, I would eventually watch for an initial reject of 64.70 up here, and then same thing with NQ. If we do, something like this where we pull back a little bit, and then we break above here, retest, you know, fade back down here, and then go do something like that. Yeah, I mean that's pretty nice long trigger here. All right, let's gotta watch. Just gotta pay attention to this NQ chart. I want to see a little bit of a failure come in here. We are on decent volume here. Might get stopped out of my shorts. Anyway, next is RTY, which is the Russell. The IWM is the ticker for on the option side. This is the ETF for small cap stocks. On the RTY, we have pretty much just been going. We do have a nice little rally base here between 2150 and 2300. We have a very very nice rally base. And so with that rally base, be watching either a rally base drop or a rally base rally. Learned those from Felony the Goat. Um, so top watch here is if RTY gets super strong, a break over 2300 for longs looks perfect. I mean, look at all these tests of this level here, and then if the market flips weak, beautiful. I mean, look at this double bottom here, this form here. I mean, it looks. I mean, that was perfect long, except for the strength or the weakness headed into it. But if we flip weak and we break below this 2150 level, that is the ultimate short trigger, headed really back down into this 2090 level. So the two top watches on IWM or the RTY is a break above, retest to go long, or if we flip weak, break below, retest, and drop. So that's pretty much the watches on the future side. And I just want to go over something. Everything I trade is just supply and demand. Supply and demand is just pockets of support and resistance. So no matter the bullshit that's online, that's what works for me. That is what the simplest um, plan has been for me. Um, so what I do, like just building the watch, I drop into the daily time frame first, and I'll plot out some levels. Contracts adjusted. So if we remove this chart, you hop over to the daily time frame, and you really just got to plot like untested swing highs and swing lows. So I'm in this 20. Oh, why is this chart different? Oh no, it's not. I just had it on daily time frame, so it was weird. This like 22,800 level, huge demand, and then same thing, 23,850. This is really your daily range right here. Break above or break below. You want to chart here, and then that's really it for the daily time frame. Then you just keep dropping the time frames. So like this 2350, 23 330. This is just all I do. I just plot my swing highs and swing lows. This 23 675. This was your that you know what I spoke about on Thursday's trade recap was just that yesterday's high and yesterday's low on that respective day, and then I just wait for a price to break above below my key supplies and demands with volume. I mean, price action is most important, but I mean that's really all I'm doing is I'm plotting swing highs, swing lows, and reading price action as they come into it. Obviously, there is much more complicated strategies that I use. You got the Fibonacci retracement, so you bring them from the high to the swing highs to swing lows. Here at the 50% retracement here, that you could have caught a nice bounce using the Fibonacci tool, but um, I mean that is my whole strategy is just key levels, and that is how I find what I'm looking for the week, and that's really all it comes down to. So just to go over one more time, NQ break above 23,845, 23,850 for longs, and initial watch for a reject. ES over this 64.25 for longs, which we might get tonight. Um, and then a 64.70 reject, and then if we reject, get a nice little higher low, and then reclaim here, eventually look to go long, and then RTY, just top watch, either long the breakout of supply or short the breakdown of demand. So breakdown of demand would be 2150, and breakout of supply would be 2300. And that's pretty much my watch for the week. I'm going to be putting together some ideas for a class to put together. I'm still I'm still figuring this whole trading shit out. So it's a little bit hard for me to teach, but I'm gonna do my best to be able to break it down for like for people that have never done this before. But so that is what I am watching for this week, and let's have a great trading week. Bye, guys.